give me a hug, man. We're proud of you, man. Wow, you've grown, hadn't you? In a lot of different ways. Physically and mentally, and you embody who we want. And that's genuine, and I think I can speak for everybody here that we had our ups and downs, but man, it's been awesome, and if we could coach a kid like you forever, we would.
OU's a special place for me. Athens in southeastern Ohio. I was in Athens all the time visiting family, and going into 7th grade, that was definitely the first time I was here. That was the first time I met Jason Carter, one of my teammates, so that's kind of funny. When I was in 7th grade, I met him. I was at the youth camp here with the last coaching staff, and it was very different from now. Like the little overpass on West Green wasn't there, so that's pretty cool that I was here before that.
Yeah, we heard about AJ early. When I got the job, he's roughly 45, 50 minutes away from campus.
Coach Bowles and LT and I all talked very often.
We would talk 45 minutes to an hour, and not a lot of it was about basketball, just about pets and video games and baking. His mom's a great, cook.
They offered me my freshman year of high school. Shout out LT for the very early offer. I didn't meet Coach Martin really until I came on my official visit, like 2 weeks before I came here.
June 15th going into your junior year is the first time you can call recruits. Well, prior to that, they could call you as much as they wanted to. 2 weeks after that, I'm up at Lake Erie, walleye fishing, and probably about 9 o'clock at night, and get a phone call from AJ and Saturday night, and I took it, and that's when he committed to us.
100 and 200 pounds, soaking wet when you walked in here?
We met at Union Street Diner at breakfast.
We did meet at Union Street Diner, that's true. It's a great place to meet.
Yeah.
That's true, you were with your mom, right?
Yeah, my mom and I.
Yeah.
Just press play, watch it, and then...
I have this video on my phone.
Don't even worry about this, you just shoot.
Yeah, my shot was very flat and very bad. It was the big issue. I still don't jump very much.
You couldn't grow facial hair then, I don't think.
It wasn't very full. So yeah, I wasn't the best shooter in high school. But yeah, Coach Martin and the staff really developed my shot. And the first thing was adding a lot of arc to it. Now it's very different, as you can see.
When did you have like a coming out part, like a big game where you're like, you know what, he's ready? Do you remember that moment?
Cincinnati, the scrimmage.
Yeah. We scrimmaged Cincinnati, at Cincinnati, right?
Yeah.
And they were good. They were maybe a top 25 team.
Good, yeah.
And he was arguably the best big on the floor.
It's terrifying to hear your name called the first time and you're going in there. I was one of the youngest players in college basketball.
The plan was to redshirt, right? That was the plan. And I remember Coach Bowles saying, should we redshirt him? He might actually help us. I do remember that year we played Kentucky. You know the story I'm getting ready to tell?
I know what you're going to say.
He checks into the game, and you hit 2 threes.
That was in the second half.
Was it in the second half you had 2 threes?
Yeah, the first half was when I looked around.
And he was a little starstruck. That was a welcome to college basketball moment for him, for sure.
It was definitely off the floor was where I had to grow the most with confidence and the mental side of basketball, and the coaches all helped me in different ways.
There were days in practice where he would struggle, because that's part of it, and he would be telling me, I'm not good enough at times. Like, I'm not good enough. I'm not ready. I'm not good enough. And then our seniors playing the same position to him would come to me and say, he's going to be better than me.
Once I had that, it really kind of changed how I was. And I really didn't get all the confidence I needed until probably the end of my sophomore year, going into my junior year.
Best game you've had? Man, let me think.
It's got to be NIU.
NIU was an unbelievable game. You had 27 points in 18 minutes.
31.
31, you know it, I don't. 31 points in 18 minutes?
Yeah, 9 of 10 from 3.
When he gets in a flow state, if you will, with his jump shot, and it doesn't matter who's contesting him, how many people's contesting him, when he gets in that zone, we're hard to beat.
See him come in as a 17-year-old kid to where he is right now, and just the future that he has, to know that we've been a small part of it. And he loves Ohio University, wants to win in the worst way, and we thank you for trusting us in your development on and off the court.
For who you are as a person, I think stands out to me first.
I want to be remembered like a lot, like Coach Martin said, like as a better person before basketball.
It's hard to believe it's been 4 years. You know, he came out of high school early, had an option to, you know, go to a prep school or come here if we had a scholarship.
It's crazy to think about, like, you know, like I looked up to all those guys and wanted to be like them when I was in 7th grade, and then I got to be like them and do what they do. And we took a tour of the locker room, and like I wanted to have a locker so bad, and then there I was now 5 years later, had one. It's just crazy to think about.
Kind of living your dream, right?
Yeah.